Hello everybody, welcome to a very quick video. We're actually out and about at the moment. We're in North Yorkshire and made a couple of changes last week or so to the van. So I thought, give you a very quick update of what we've been doing. First thing, fairly cosmetic, but they do work quite well, are these little things. And just along there, I'll stick on wind deflectors. Now, they do look kind of cosmetic, but they do have a really handy purpose. It means we can actually have the window cracked down here at night and not worry about a chance of any rain coming in. Really handy for getting some airflow if it's a little bit stuffy inside, especially with the sort of heat that we've been having lately. Really helps out, and we actually used it for the air show that we went to and it was absolutely brilliant. Kept a nice bit of airflow through, kept the cab nice and fresh and stopped any sort of condensation forming. Yeah, so we were running sort of 30 odd degrees outside, so yeah, it really helped out. Not too expensive, but I wanted the stick-on ones to go on the outside rather than the ones that go into the channel, because the ones that go into the channel, you basically lose that much of your actual side window as well, which I didn't really want. But yeah, they're quite a good compromise, and the adhesive that they stick on with is, I don't know, it must be made of magic or something. Works really well. And up on top now, we've got a pair of these 50-watt solar panels wired in parallel and off through a wiring gland straight down the inside there. I was that impressed with the portable setup that I did. I bought another panel. I've gone permanent install on the top. Now these are semi-flexible panels which are sort of weatherproofed. They're designed to be used outdoors, and basically all I've done, I've screwed them down in each corner with lots of sealant behind them, sealed down on each of the high spots on the roof, and sort of a nice bit of sealant along the front here, so there's no chance of sort of wind getting under it and lifting it or whatever. And everything's sort of P-clipped down. Everywhere there's a screw gone through, there's a load of sealant behind it as well, so there's no chance of any water ingress or causing problems with corrosion. Over there where the cable goes in, that's a reasonable size hole for the two cables to drop down onto the inside. It actually goes inside the cab, just above the headliner, and then down to the solar controller that I'd already got put in before. But yeah, it works brilliantly. It's a sort of semi-sunny morning. We're not in full sunlight here, but with having the fridge run last night, we've had the lights on, everything sort of as we normally would do. Within about an hour this morning, the batteries now are fully topped up at 13.3, 13.4, which is where I've set the float voltage on the solar controller to go. Absolutely stunning bit of quality with these solar panels. They were sort of 49 quid each. I think the extension cable that I bought, I think that was about 15 quid with the ends made up. The little Y connector to actually pair the solar panels in parallel, I think that was about, if I remember rightly, about 14 quid. So a relatively cheap setup, and it works absolutely brilliantly. Certainly if we're leaving the van anywhere for sort of more than a day where we're not going to be running the engine, I'll have no problem at all with the power usage whatsoever. It also meant that we actually did wash the van for the first time since October. It actually had a word of a wash, because the roof was rather grim, lots of dents and bits and bobs in it, which we've got out, and so it's now sort of as clean as we can get it without taking paint off. So yeah, quite happy with that. That's the solar controller during what's coming in at the moment. Like I said, it's floating around 13 volts at the minute because we're not in direct sunlight, but it's actually brought the battery up from sort of 1 bar down first thing about an hour ago, sort of up to what it would class as full now. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Wasn't sure about the solar controller being absolutely amazing because it is only a cheap one. I was looking at possibly have actually changed it for a proper MPPT controller, but what it seems to achieve, I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm going to sort of give it a bit longer test before I make a decision on that. But yeah, I'm blown away with what I managed to achieve with it. It's not what I was expecting at all. So yeah, definitely well worth a look at those solar panels. I'll pop a link to the panels down below. Looks like I just got from Amazon. They're not expensive, but it's one of the few that have got a decent review on there about the fact that they do work, and they work well, and sort of the power output is what's actually been rated. So it does need to make a change these days that you're actually getting something that you're actually paying for. So there you go, very quick update. A couple of bits that we've been doing with it, and yeah, I'm impressed with the results. It's mostly just cosmetic bits and bobs now that we're doing with it. The odd bit of maintenance, so we're coming up for a service soon as well, because we've hit the magic 6,000 mile in it, so I'll dump the oil and do that. The service should be at once every sort of 21,000 on these, which is ridiculously high. So what I'm going to do is sort of keep that to about every 6,000. It doesn't hurt the engine at all, it just keeps everything in tip-top condition. As far as other bits go, we've just had the most monumental heat wave. It's the first time ever we've actually hit 41 degrees in the UK. Completely unprecedented situation with the weather. Inside the van, it got ridiculously hot, as you can expect. I mean, in the house it was ridiculously hot, but a couple of little bits that we found was the lino, it's rippled a little bit in the heat, but to be expected. There's a lot of heat went on. The ceiling, being plastic, has been absolutely perfect. There's been no other issues at all around the van. It's handled it absolutely perfect. So with those extreme temperatures, it's not a problem at all. The other bit that we'll give a quick update on is the little USB tap. We bought that back in April and charged it once, and we've used it almost every weekend since the middle of May, and it still hasn't needed a charge. It'll give you some idea of how good the battery is. I might even treat it to a charge this weekend just to, sort of give it a little treat. But yeah, they do seem to be really good on the battery life, and it just keeps on doing its job properly. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it's working brilliantly. We've had no issues at all actually using the van, and yeah, chuffed to bits. Absolutely chuffed to bits. So much so that we're sort of finding excuses not to go away at the weekend at the moment. But yeah, we'll soon be heading back up to the lakes though. Got a bit of an extended trip planned for there, so that'll be coming up soon. But yeah, for now, we'll sort of crack on and have a wander around the North Yorkshire moors, I think. But thanks for watching. Like I say, if you like the video, please do hit that thumbs up. Really helps the channel out. And if you're not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. It's free of charge, but helps me out no end. If you can do that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.